Protected Talk of the Day. Thursday the 9th day of November, 6:05 a.m. I've been up since about 3:30, 4 o'clock, boys. I don't sleep much. About 4 hours a day generally, if you can believe that. That's how I've been my whole life. You know, it's quite entertaining out there, ain't it? So you could be running this new gadget and you could dig a car hood at 6 foot. You ain't gonna dig 6 feet here with no damn shovel, boy. She drives a bone. So you can dig a damn car hood at 6 foot. But you can't run this bird dog system and get any benefit, huh? If you dug a 6-inch damn nail, oh well. Oh well. You rather dig a 6 foot car hood, boys, or a 6-inch nail and keep walking? You know, sharpshooter's been doing a little more thinking about this old Deus too. You know, there is some nuance to this machine running it in the bird dog, by the way. Alright, nail heads. They don't make the sound this machine makes coming down the barrel of them nails, that non-ferrous beside it, okay? Blips. You know, there's nuance using that machine traditionally, you know. As a matter of fact, the XP products have been known for their nuance. You know, that's what sort of set them apart from the rest. I got quite a few hours running XP products. Alright. Now, for you new users of that machine, this FE TID setting, you know, when you update your machine, now 1.0.0 version I believe had it off, 1.1.0 turned it back on, and I believe the 2.0.0 has it on, okay? You can't run that machine from one program to the next with it on in one and off in another. When it's on, it's on. If it's off, it's off. And you can save a program and turn it on, but when you turn your machine on, it'll be on. Meaning if you go to the fast program, I guess it will be on, okay? Now, that machine behaves different. That meter behaves different when you've got that FE TID on versus off. And believe it or not, you know, I've been doing a little more looking here, you know. Old sharpshooter, he pays real close attention. The way I'm running this bird dog, one of the disadvantages is I have to run the notch. Okay? And what does that cause? Well, that means I don't get to see in the meter what's happening with the coils being swept. Just like if you run notch on the machine. Let's say if you notch 0 to, I don't know. So you notch 0 to 7, okay? Well, you don't get to see that. So as the coil is swept, you don't get to see that. Now, where am I going with this? If I could notch that machine and there was a way where I could still see the meter readings. Oh yeah, it takes out the audio out of that range, but I could still see the meter readings. What would I see on a nail head, reckon? So if I got a 1, if my machine flashed a blip, what would I see probably in that meter? You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to do a demonstration or two this morning. I'm going to show you all something. You know, that meter on that machine, running this machine traditionally, I got news for people. You know, there's been some people, you know, they like to poke fun and shit. Well, hey, you all have a ball, okay? People can judge my character because I'm trying to help folks, okay? I'm not demeaning anybody, okay? I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm trying to help people. When you're running that machine, that Deus 2, traditionally, that meter, having that iron tint on could help you versus off. Why is that? Oh, because you get to see that number 1 and maybe that number 2 in the meter. You see what I'm saying? So even if you're running that machine traditionally and you're out in the side, let's say you ain't found much, and you get a little, just something in your headphone, you're like, wait a minute, I hear just a tinge of signal, just a tinge. And you look down at that meter and on a call sweep for quite a distance and you've got iron tint on, that damn meter's locked up on the number 1. Well, how long is that meter going to stay locked up on a number 1 on a damn nail head? If the nail head's connected to a damn nail, it probably ain't going to be, it won't lock up on one. It'll probably transition, won't it? You see how this works? There's lots of little information on that detector. And you just got to pay attention to it. You know, nobody's really talked ever about this with this machine. You know? So yes, if I could run this bird dog system and I could see that meter, meaning just like iron tint on works with 6.8 discs, where I get to see when that call is being swept and I come across something, if I could see that meter reading, it would tell me something, but I can't see it. But still, there is nuance. It's not it's not useless. Okay? You know, this Deus 2, you see it right there with that call on it? You know, I can make a case out here this morning, boys. You want to run the bird dog on this machine? You want to dig signals that are reading 4-way signal, read 1 in the meter, running the bird dog? That would be considered what? Extreme detecting, wouldn't it? Now, where am I going with this? If I take this machine out to a site and I keep digging signals that are locked up on 1, 4-way, 6-way sweeps, if I keep doing that, I'm eventually going to dig a non-ferrous target. Does that, everybody agree with that? I've shown some tests already. If I take that new XP Deus Extreme Hunter out, and I keep digging 6-foot holes with that machine, I'm going to find something, ain't I? Eventually, if I keep digging 6-foot holes using that, I'm going to find something. I really believe that. You will eventually find something. You'll find something worthy eventually. Just like if you dug using that machine with a bird dog, if you went into a site and you dug, signals locking up on 1, for example, just like the video I showed with that gold ring with that wire around it. So it's not a problem to take something that you dig a 6-foot car hood with, or a 6-foot tractor plow. There's nothing wrong with that. But using this machine, turning it into what I would actually classify as an extreme hunter, because I tell you what, I've not figured out a way with this Manticore to get some of this behavior signature that would clue me as to there is a possibility, you know, of a non-ferrous target lurking with ferrous around it. Okay? Now, we'll talk a little bit about this disc setting on this Deus 2. You know, I guess here's a few questions, you know, and I may be showing some tests. On a challenge target, if we sweep that target from the same direction with a 6.8 disc, versus a lower disc. Is it going to improve the idea of that target? Swept from the same direction. Think about that one. Will it? In certain iron configurations, can I even see any benefit to lowering the disc on this machine? Can I? I mean, I should be able to see it out here, right? And let's not forget, that DS2 does throw 7s and 8s and 9s in the meter, and that can be non-ferrous. Nobody has a problem digging those, though, do they? But there's probably, I don't know what the percentage is. You know, you could have a good day. Shit, you may dig 10 holes and dig 10 non-ferrous. You may dig 50 and never dig the first one. Now, that machine can throw 7s, 8s, and 9s on non-ferrous, and you can turn on the target. But, this has already happened. One gentleman put a video up. That's all he got, was a 7, 8, or 9 in the meter, and he'd seen one of my videos. He said he would have never dug it. And again, this is something that Sharpshooter started talking about with this machine first. Nobody else. He dug it, and damn if it wasn't a non-ferrous target. With iron. Okay. So yeah, we may be looking a little bit at this disc setting on this detector. You know, what is it actually, what you know, doing some, I can't test every possible scenario that's out there. But on some situations, does it do anything? Does it do anything? I can already tell you, same plane test, I don't know where it is here, but I've had it out here looking at it. Same plane test using a nickel. I'm not seeing any advantage on this, lowering the disc. And when I say lower the disc, I'm not talking about running it bird dog, okay? I'm talking about you're leaving the disc at 6.8. You're not opening up that lower end like I do in the bird dog. So if you don't use any notch and you lower the disc, there's some situations, I don't see any improvement. I don't see any advantage, okay? But yeah, that's a good question. On a challenged target swept from the same direction, will the disc setting improve the idea of the target? You all can ponder that, you know, and I may try to show some stuff with this. So yeah, that running this machine in bird dog would be like making it an extreme hunter, if that makes any sense to anybody. But yeah, you get to turn on the target, but hey, there's targets out there that you can't hit with a lot of detectors. Not the ones I've run that are locking up 4-well number 1. That's a non-ferrous target. It could be 4 inches deep. So like I said, would you rather dig that 4-inch deep and take a shot, or would you rather dig that 6-foot, what could be a car hood? Yeah, there's some practical, you know, you got to be practical here. You know, old Sharpshooter's a practical person. If there's finds in a sight, you know, and you want to try to get them out, well, what are you going to do? If there's things buried out in fields, deeper, and you want to get them out, I guess you got to use that big old extreme hunter detector, huh? You got to get out there and dig a deep hole, boys. And hope. Dig and hope. Of course, we do that with VLF metal detectors, you know. There's a lot of hoping goes on digging with these machines every day, boys. They're hoping. Sometimes their hopes are answered and sometimes they're not. That's part of metal detecting. I should know. I've been doing it for a whole lot. You know, I'm retired. I don't have no damn job, boys. Okay? I get to fool around with this shit just about every day if I want to. I'm not obligated, you know, to. I haven't been. I've got some sickness in the family now that's got me sort of keyholed a little bit. But I'm not like your normal person. I don't have no job. I don't need one.